JRM Video Productions, winners of a Regional Emmy Award for live sporting event.
JRM Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of WPIAL High School Football, produced by JRM Video Productions.
Tonight on the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group, we're at Jefferson Hills to see the undefeated Thomas Jefferson Jaguars take on the Trinity Hillers. And welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I am Matt Farger, joined alongside the former Pitt Panther and Penn Stater, Johnny Patrician. Welcome to Thomas Jefferson, and welcome to our High School Football Showcase Game of the Week, TJ and Trinity. And you know what? I know, JP, you're happy that the calendar has flipped officially. It's October.
Yes, I am. It's October. October football is here. It's getting a little colder. Perfect weather here tonight at TJ. But, I'm just excited. Conference football, these games matter more.
No question. You look at these records and you say, how is this game going to be impactful? Trinity had to play up to 3 5A competition. They lost to 4 perennial powers, really teams that are going to contend for championships. But really, the record that matters is the fact both of these teams are 1-0 in the conference.
Yeah, it does. And in the last 10 years, TJ has won 9 out of these past 10 matchups. So, Trinity knows that, and they keep that in the back of their head playing tonight.
And last year was the year that Trinity got the Jaguars. So can it happen 2 years in a row? We'll have to wait and find out. Let's take a look at our Giant Eagle players to watch, and we'll start with the Trinity Hillers. It's quarterback Jonah Williamson.
Jonah Williamson, Matt, number 2. He's a big quarterback. He's a baseball player. He's a true dual-threat quarterback on the football field, but he is a bigger threat on the ground with his legs. He has 5 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing touchdowns, 377 rushing yards so far, and over 500 passing yards. So he can get it done through the air and on the ground.
And he's a smart man with a 4.5 GPA. Going to make some smart plays tonight for the Hillers. On the Thomas Jefferson side of things, we're also looking at the quarterback. Tell us about the membership for Luke Costco.
Matt, Luke Costco is a true pro-style quarterback. He's an old-school type. He is 58-97 on the year, 978 passing yards. I expect him to eclipse 1,000 on the season tonight. 11 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. He takes care of the football, and he lets his other players around him do the rushing and do all the work after the catch, and he puts the ball where it needs to be.
Luke Costco was a quarterback by committee a season ago, has the starting role and leading the Jaguars right now to an unblemished record. All right, now time for our Game Changers. It's presented to you by St. Vincent College. JP, how do you get a win here tonight?
First off, for Trinity, they need to make Thomas Jefferson one-dimensional. Thomas Jefferson has been extremely successful so far through the air and on the ground. Their running back, Tyler Eber, has 891 rushing yards so far this year. He'll eclipse the 1,000 mark tonight. And Luke Costco has 978 passing yards. So Trinity needs to put a stop to one of those two, either the run game or the pass game for Thomas Jefferson. Secondly, limit explosive plays for both teams. TJ needs to force Trinity to drive the ball consistently down the field, which Trinity has not done on a consistent rate all season long. And with Thomas Jefferson's Braden White and Tyler Eber, they can score from anywhere on the field. So in order to keep this a close game, Trinity needs to limit big plays from both of those guys. And finally, surprises and tricks. Trinity needs to run some plays that they haven't shown on film yet this year. Some reverses, some flea flickers, some halfback passes, something out of the ordinary to stay in this football game.
All right, it's homecoming night here at Thomas Jefferson. When we come back, the Trinity Hillers and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars square off in our Steelers High School Football Game of the Week. It's the thrills and chills of Jefferson Hills, and we kick it off when we come back on K2K Plus.
A little birdie told us that you're looking for more ways to save on all your favorite Giant Eagle items. In meat, dairy, and produce. So we're making it easy with new lower prices, weekly sales, deals for days, and My Perks. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
To UPMC Sports Medicine, a huge center of excellence built by Freddie Fu.
A fantastic, world-renowned place where we see athletes, we see patients of all walks of life, world-renowned surgeons.
Primary care sports medicine physicians.
Board-certified physical therapists.
A comprehensive multidisciplinary assessment to evaluate for concussion.
Nutrition.
Athletic training.
Sports performance.
Everything is right here that you need. So we deliver that right to you.
As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you can have a clear shot, then bam, it's Cam. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. You can get a policy with GBU Life that is affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their guaranteed purchase option rider. Get started protecting the life you are building today at gbu.org.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
You better be ready because here we go. The Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week presented by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group. Thomas Jefferson and Trinity. Let's go down to the third member of our crew, Susie Cool, down on the sidelines.
Last year when the Trinity Hillers and Thomas Jefferson Jaguars met, it became quite the story. A 23-6 upset by Trinity shocked the entire Whippeal. Hillers head coach Dan Cannell said him and his team don't obsess over their opponents though and what they've done against them in the past. In fact, the Hillers know that the Jaguars will come into this game ready for revenge and ready to play detailed and physical football, something that Trinity will have to try and match. TJ head coach Bill Trupak and his team come into tonight in a similar situation as last year with a perfect 6-0 start to the 2024 campaign. In this exact game against Trinity, wrecking that perfect narrative almost 365 days ago. So you could say emotions are a little high in Jefferson Hills today. TJ knowing that perfect 6-0 start is once again on the line, and Trinity with a chance to add to their shocking story from last season. Matt?
There's no question about it. Thank you so much, Susie. Hillers played the role of the spoiler last year, but that was on home turf. And it's really difficult, as teams have learned over the years. And Bill Chirpak's 30 years, this is his 30th year as the head coach of Thomas Jefferson, and he's third all-time in the WPIAL, just behind Jim Rendard at Upper St. Clair and Joe Hamilton at Blackhawk. You know what? It's tough to come into the Jaguar den and get a victory.
It is a tough place to play, but it's a gorgeous place to play. This is my first time here, Matt. The setting is spectacular.
Beautiful place, beautiful setting. Thomas Jefferson electing to kick the football. And our kickoff tonight is brought to you by Shell. It's our Shell kickoff. We're going to get kickoffs all season long here on our Steelers Showcase. And those duties will be handled by the junior Samuel Wessel. Thomas Jefferson looks to keep this perfect 6-0 record intact. Second conference game for both of these teams. And we are underway from Thomas Jefferson in the Steelers High School Showcase, fielded from the 8-yard line. And across the 20 to the 25-yard line of the return for Trinity was Daniel Glass. And that is where we will see Jonah Williamson in the Trinity offense as we take a look at their starting lineup. It is flowing through the quarterback at Williamson. Morrow will get carries along with Vogel in the backfield. And keep an eye on Samaje Fuse on the offensive and defensive lines for the Hillers.
Yeah, man, everything starts with Jonah Williamson, like you said. True pro-style quarterback, three-step drop guy. Dual-threat quarterback, rather.
And Williamson keeps carries forward. And the ball pops loose, and Thomas Jefferson on the first play from scrimmage comes away with the football, and it's Braden White jumping on the loose pigskin, just like that. And let's take a look and highlight the Thomas Jefferson defense, because one play just like that, TJ gets the football back. And how about Braden White, the defensive back, recovering the fumble?
Well, if you're Trinity, that's the last way you wanted to start this game, Matt. I mean, at least a 3-and-out would be better than that. Turn the ball over in your own territory. You have no momentum, and Thomas Jefferson plans to start this game exactly the way they want.
Trinity had 5 turnovers against Bethel Park, a big reason why that game got out of hand so quickly. And they go to the running game. Does Thomas Jefferson in this quick change? You know, you kind of spread out your sequences. It's a little crazy when you're standing on the sideline as an offense and one play later you're getting told to get out there, right?
Yep, it's called a sudden change, and that's why it's so hard for a defense to come right on the field. You don't have the right mindset. You're not expecting to come on the field right away.
Saw Tyler Eber get the carry. Luke Costco, the quarterback. Camberis, the tight end. Janosko, Turk, Shep Turk, pit-bound Shep Turk. You'll like that, JP. Sable, Metz, and Everly on the offensive line, and a big reason why TJ is so successful running the football this season. Second down at 10 after the no-gainer. Back to pass. Costco looks to the far side, and miscommunication there. Incomplete. Originally intended for Kane Egerton, but the closest man to the football was Daniel Glass, and here he wears white and blue as we take a look at the Trinity starting defense.
Yeah, pre-snap, Matt, I think Luke Costco decided where he wanted to go there, but there was a miscommunication somewhere. I don't think the slant route was exactly what he was expecting.
Samaje Fuse mentioned him. Nico Morrow on the linebacking core that returned for Trinity. That's their most important part. That linebacking core of Trinity was the guys that returned from last year's successful season. First playoff win in 16 years. Beat Thomas Jefferson for the first time in 30 years last year.
Look at Bill Chirpak's offense, Matt. Most teams now, they're always out of the shotgun. He has had this offense for 30 years. Under center, I formation, 3-step drop, 5-step drop, slants, hitches, goes. That is the bread and butter for his offense.
We have a flag on the field, and that means it'll be the first time we get a chance to hear from a legend in these parts. The official, Marty Lynn, the Yinzer referee, the man made famous by Johnny Patrician, is in the building tonight.
The most popular official of all time.
Let's hear from Marty.
Sideline warning, this is your first warning.
And he did not disappoint.
This is your first warning.
Warning.
I just wish we got a first down.
I have a feeling we might get a couple of those.
We'll get a few of those. He knows he's in for a big night on the camera. Probably got a haircut today.
Yep. Got an NIL deal with Permani Brothers last season. Third down at 10 for the Jags, just inside the 30. Motion man is Braden White. Back to pass Costco with some pressure. And here comes more, and he goes down. Sacked on the play. Caden Vogel, the senior, talked about those linebackers returning, and one of them makes a big play to force a fourth down.
Yeah, you did, Matt. Great call on your part, and that's what Trinity needs to do early and often is get pressure on Luke Costco. He fumbled the snap there for a little bit, caught it, but that got him off his spot, and that is what Trinity needs to do. They need to get after him, cause pressure. Pressure breaks pipes, Matt.
And it brings up 4th down and 16 at the 34-yard line. How big of a stop defensively for Trinity would this be to get off the field here? 4th down, 16 for TJ. after the first snap of the game was fumbled. Costco sets up a little screen pass action, shaking off one, shakes off another, and he keeps his balance, and he's going all the way. Touchdown, Thomas Jefferson. Braden White goes 34 yards. Jags on the board.
What a display of athleticism by Braden White. Agility, balance, breaking tackles. He did it all on that run there. I love the tunnel screen decision by Chirpak.
Wait a second, is this thing coming back? TJ is walking around like they didn't just score a touchdown and convert on 4th and 16.
Illegal block in the back on the offense, number 52. That's going to be assessed 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay, going to be a first down.
There we go. It's going to be a first down for Trinity. Let's see this block in the back.
Nope.
So, no, TJ's going to keep the ball. They're not going to get the touchdown. This penalty happens after they get the...
Oh.
So, that, interesting there is TJ keeps the football and gets a fresh set of downs.
It was at the very end of the play. Very unnecessary. Didn't need to do it at all. And he'll hear about it tomorrow in film, I'm sure. That's stuff that drives a coach crazy.
That first down brought to you by Kelly Automotive. And we're inside the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone. It'll be 2nd down and 6 here for TJ.
Well, that was disappointing for Trinity. Had a chance to get off the field. 3rd down stop, but...
Eber the call, and Eber runs in to the defensive front. 57 varieties of Matt Richards.
That play was stopped dead in its tracks before it even started. That penetration is so important for Trinity's D-line tonight to stop the run game. We talked about a pregame, Matt. They have to make Thomas Jefferson one-dimensional.
So TJ converts that 4th and 16. Doesn't get the touchdown, but gets a fresh set. Now it's 3rd down. They go play action, throw it out into the flat. Got an open man. It's Eber, and a nice open field tackle. Daniel Glass, the sophomore, called his name already a few times tonight. He makes a nice open field tackle and going to another 4th down. This time a little bit easier, 4th and 2.
I like the rollout throw into the flat, Matt, especially in the low red zone like we are. They were expecting Trinity to go man coverage. That's a man-beating route they ran there, concept. But Trinity stayed in zone, and that corner was waiting for that in the flat route.
2nd down, or 4th down and 2. Now ball sitting at the 5. Another 4th down call. Eber gets the call, and he'll slug forward. Boy, he's going to be really short, really close. Trinity thinks they've stopped him. TJ thinks it's a first down. And we wait for an official ruling. I think this is I think Trinity holds.
That would be
and
huge.
I would think, no, that's not the case. It's first down, Thomas Jefferson. There was a lot of confusion there of what happened, but it's 1st and goal, TJ. From the 2. Eber, the carry, and Eber stretches. Touchdown, Thomas Jefferson. Tyler Eber, the sophomore, punches in the Jags' first score of the night.
We talked about Eber pregame, 891 rushing yards on the season coming into this game. He'll eclipse the 1,000-yard mark tonight, and that's just a start of getting there.
Yeah, he had 177 yards at 3 touchdowns. Also had 58 yards receiving. Extra point is no good. That was from Samuel Wessel. Eber, 3 touchdowns last week. Already punched in the game's first here tonight on a Friday night. The Steelers High School Showcase back on KDK Plus after this.
2 men and a junk truck, we can remove your things, so you have room to dream.
Think you've tried everything at Panera? Think again. Introducing more new sandwiches and salads with our new flavor-packed toasted Italiano and the mouth-watering Mediterranean chicken greens with grains. More in every bite, just like the new ciabatta cheesesteak with melty provolone and garlic aioli. And more new options under $10, including our new creamy bacon mac and cheese. Come taste the new era at Panera.
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
Tonight's aerial coverage brought to you by GBU Life. Protect what matters now. Beautiful shot of the South Hills of Pittsburgh tonight. First Friday night in October here in 2024. Doesn't get much better than a fall sunset, JP.
Oh, the best. Especially in Friday nights because you get, the first quarter with some daylight, and then it goes down after that.
There's a return. It's Daniel Glass on the return for the Hillers. And let's try this again for the Trinity offense, who lost the ball on the first snap of the ball game. Turns into 6 points on TJ's side. And refresher course here for Trinity's offense, led by quarterback Jonah Williamson. 7 touchdowns on the season. Last week, had a great night. His sophomore season of 2023, rushed for 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, passed for 1,813 more. Led the Hillers to a 7-5 record. And this designed run play to Williamson keeps across the 35.
Well, he's holding the ball with 2 hands on that one, Matt. But that's a true vote of confidence for him, is that when he fumbles on the first play of last drive, he gets the ball on the first play of this drive. That shows us that the coaches think very highly of him.
They go to the running game. To Nico Morrow, the senior. Picks his way for a couple more, and it will be 3rd down and about 4 here, just shy of the 40.
They got to move the sticks here, Matt. Get some kind of momentum early in this game. Get Jonah Williamson some confidence. I'd like to see something to get his passing game started here. Something into the flat, a hitch route.
Back to pass, Williamson with some pressure. He is able to escape one, but can't escape another. There is a flag down. Man that got to him, Cambaris, Deacon Cambaris. Let's go to Marty for the penalty.
Personal foul, hands to the face, number 9, offense. 15 yards to the previous spot, replay 3rd down.
What amazes me, JP, is thinking back to that game that you pointed this out, giving you all the credit.
Thank you.
He has such a great Yinzer accent. And now it's all I can think about when I hear him.
I know. No ref has ever been talked about as much as he has.
Pat McAfee had the episode on his show. He talked about it for multiple days, had Aaron Rodgers on, was talking about this Yinzer referee.
Yeah.
I have a funny feeling he might make a repeat appearance.
Yeah,
now.
me too.
Got a chance to talk with him after all the publicity. And
Thomas Jefferson has elected to decline the penalty. It'll be 4th down.
Fourth down, punt unit is out for Trinity. Andy Palm does the punting and kicking duties.
Showing a change of formation there just to see how TJ reacts.
That one finds its way out of bounds. Thomas Jefferson's offense had a short field for their first drive. They'll get another crack at it when we come back. KDKA Plus and the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first.
And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever.
Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
The Build. What is it that drives us to follow our dreams, to build them from scratch, from the heart? For us, it's the same ideals of hard work, craftsmanship, and unity that define our great nation. It begins with trusting in yourself and having a team behind you that believes any dream is possible, and that every project is a vision of what can be, of who you are, and the future that you continue to build. From our family to yours, 84 Lumber, where quality and pride come together, one dream at a time.
My audience can put in an order and Spreadshop does the printing and sends it to anywhere in the world. It's like magic.
It costs nothing to set up and there is no money out of my pocket. I set my own prices and make my profits after costs.
I built my own brand, then started making money the first time I shared with my audience. Now all my followers are wearing my logo.
Setting up your Spreadshop takes just a few seconds, and all our products are made in-house. You can trust your brand is in good hands. Start your own merch store today at Spreadshop.com.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by UPMC Sports Medicine, by GBU Life, by Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union, by Giant Eagle, grocery shopping made easy. And we'll welcome you back to Thomas Jefferson. Jags up 6-0. Alongside Johnny Patrician, Matt Fargo. We have Susie Cool down on the sidelines. Our entire JRM production crew tonight. From Jefferson Hills, TJ back to work offensively. Costco goes under center. Eber gets the call, and he'll pick up 2. Quickly brought down Samaje Fuse. Had a 49-yard scoop and score last week. Big fella getting in the end zone.
Love to see that for a big guy. They deserve it. They do all the hard work. It's about time they get their name in the newspaper. But, man, I want to talk about this offense for a second. This offense is very old school. You know, you're going to see about 10 different plays tonight. That's it. You're going to have some power runs to the left and right, counter runs to the left and right. You're going to have a naked bootleg. You're going to have your 3-step drop combinations, your 5-step drop combinations, and then maybe 1 or 2 different ones after that.
And TJ loves running the football. They've rushed for at least 160 yards in 7 consecutive games going back to last year. But they put the ball in the air here and nearly have a combo. That one was almost fit in between 2 defenders for Kane Egerton, but it goes incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
Costco throws a pretty ball there. Nice spiral. However, it was on the outside shoulder. Would have been a hard catch for the receiver. Very easily could have caught it, though.
Third down and 8 from the 38. Costco. Time. Little comeback route right at the hash marks for the first down. And on the reception, Braden White, who had a touchdown wiped away due to a penalty, but this time it's a first down, and it's brought to you by Kelly Automotive.
This is really painful to watch if you're a Trinity fan. They need to get off the field on 3rd down, especially 3rd and long, and then They've allowed Thomas Jefferson to convert 2 third and long conversions so far early in this game.
And a 4th down.
Yeah, and a 4th down.
Mentioned Costco nearing 1,000 yards passing this season. Eberton, or Eber, I beg your pardon. Eber carries into Trinity Hiller territory. Morrow again on the tackle, playing both sides tonight for Trinity, and it will be 2nd down after the gain of 7.
Here's a question for you, Matt. What is a Hiller?
You know, I had a feeling you were going to ask me that tonight, JP. And Trinity High School sits on top of a hilltop overlooking the city of Washington. And the bell tower has been a landmark in Washington County for more than 100 years, and thus the name Hillers.
Man, did I give you a layup right there.
And people may think these are scripted. It's not.
You just know me, and you did some research this week because you knew I was going to ask that probably.
Yeah.
It was not planned between the two of us.
You were talking about Luke Costco. He has an interesting story. Quarterback that sat out his sophomore season due to WPIAL transfer rules, played for Seton LaSalle his freshman year, and then came back last year, dual quarterback role, had to sit out postseason. Had a couple college offers from Charlotte and Marshall early on in his career. Now is verbally committed to play at Cincinnati, play baseball there. So 2 baseball guys between the 2 of them.
Well, they're having success on the football field here. Love to see a dual sport athlete. I would encourage my kids one day to play as many sports as possible.
I'm with you. All right, after the stoppage, they go to the ground game one more time. Steady dose of 30, Tyler Eber. Had his 5th straight 100-yard rushing game, dating back to last year for Eber in the running back department.
And he's great here at home, especially. Thomas Jefferson has won 4 straight home games dating back to last year. And bad news for Trinity, they have 4 straight away losses.
Costco just keeps. And a pass to get a fresh set of downs. Quarterback just gets behind what I would imagine is a pretty large grocery bill. It's that offensive line at Giant Eagle.
Thomas Jefferson always has some big offensive linemen, and they are the building block for everything on this team. They are going to determine the success of the season for this team.
Of course, Bill Chirkback, former offensive lineman at the University of Pittsburgh. Costco surveys, throws off his back foot, still on target for Braden White, and White fights for some extra yardage after the catch. But what arm strength to throw off the back foot like this on the UPMC Sports Medicine Instant Replay.
Yeah, good footwork there on the 3-step drop by Costco. Pretty ball, nice spiral in the air, and you think he has the trust in Braden White to come out of his break at the right time on that comeback route. You can tell they've practiced that all summer long.
Makes it 1st down and 10, TJ. Ball sits at the Hiller 23-yard line. Back to the ground game, and this is what makes TJ so difficult to defend as Eber carries forward there inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're so pick your poison.
Exactly. It is pick your poison. They can throw the ball and run the ball, and that's rare for high school football. Usually you have a really good quarterback who can do one of the two. Now you have a team in Thomas Jefferson that has a guy that can throw the ball and a different guy that can run the ball.
Second down, 6 after the pickup of 4 on 1st down. Motion White left to right. Pitch right. Eber gets pulled down from behind at the 15-yard line. Again, Morrow on the tackle coming up out of his linebacker spot.
And this is just a slow bleeding process. They are marching their way down the field, 6 yards, 5 yards, 11. It's a slow, drawn-out process, and then they're going to lull you to sleep and then hit you over the top.
Eber one more time gets the first down, picks up another Kelly Automotive first down on 3rd down. Not a great opportunity. Whoever has to block 55 in black, that's Shep Turk, 6'5", 290. Mentioned he's made his verbal commitment to Pitt back in May. Had offers from Bowling Green, Buffalo, Temple, Navy, Boston College, Kent State, Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan, Lehigh, and Maine. Staying at home at Pitt. First down, 10 from the 11. Eber one more time. Eber shakes inside the 5-yard line. They'll be 2nd down, and they'll still be able to get a first down here at about the yard and almost the half-yard line is where the sticks are.
Well, this is where every offensive lineman wants to run the ball, right on the end zone, and every offensive lineman is trying to get the coach to run the play right behind them.
Costco, turn around, hand it off. Eber one more time. Twice is just as nice. Touchdown, Thomas Jefferson. Tyler Eber, 2nd time tonight, the sophomore has found his way into the end zone.
Matt, it's not splashy, it's not sexy, but it's old school football. They get the job done.
It's football just the way an offensive lineman you would expect to coach it, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Extra point was no good the first time. This time, Samuel Wessel boots that one through the poles and good. 50 seconds to go in our opening quarter. Thomas Jefferson 13, Trinity nothing. Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week presented by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Sprint Group here on KDKA+. As Thomas Jefferson, we take a look at their record and their schedule to this point. Wins over Baldwin. Not one of the team that hasn't won yet to this point. Central Valley, a 3A team, beat 4A McKeesport in overtime. They went down big in that game, had to fight their way back. Avonworth in 3A. West Mifflin just moved up from 3A to 4A, and Bell Vernon did the same thing. So a little bit of question mark in strength of schedule. If you combine all of those opponents, JP, TJ strength of schedule against their opponents, 11-23, a combined record. Now, on the other side, Trinity plays Moon, loses 21-0. Then they beat McGuffey, lose to Montour by 7. Then they play 5A Peters Township and 5A teams. If you combine all those records, it's 20-13, and you played up 3 times. So a little bit of feast or famine there.
Yeah, they had a tough schedule. So tonight is a good measure, and meter for what kind of team they have. It's unbelievable to me how all these teams play up and down classifications. That wasn't a thing when I was in high school. I sound old saying that, but it wasn't that long ago.
This one goes out of bounds, illegal procedure, but we'll let Marty Lynn tell you about it. 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Kick out of bounds, kicking team. The ball being placed at the 35. Result, first down.
Nice catch, Marty.
Underhand.
I actually think there might be a highlight of Marty Lynn moments tonight. First and 10 for the Hillers. Williamson hands it off. Morrow, the senior, spins his way for 2.
Trinity got to do something different on this drive. Yeah. We talked about a pregame. They need a surprise, a trick. They got to have something in the back pocket there. A reverse, flea flicker, halfback pass, something to get Thomas Jefferson off of their game.
The other part of this, we've talked about this a couple times throughout the year. The playoffs in 4A have shrunk from 12 to 8 teams. Generally taking the top 2 in each conference and then 2 wild cards. So how you win and how you lose is important for how the committee is going to award those 2 final wild card spots. Morrow falls forward for another yard, and that will take us to the end of 1. Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group. 1 quarter in the books. Come back with the second quarter action, and a special guest joins us on the back half of this break. We'll be back.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
By having real clients and producing real campaigns, at La Roche, our students thrive by putting their ideas into action.
The students at La Roche that are using applied learning completely nailed my business and delivered me something that I am going to be able to use in real time.
It was a really nice experience to actually see how the establishment functions, being able to actually work with real people, real community partners, instead of something that was hypothetical.
Want to get gear direct from the team? Shop all things black and gold at the official Steelers Pro Shop located at Acrisure Stadium. Get the latest sideline apparel and hats, jerseys of your favorite players, authentic memorabilia, custom gear, and exclusives you can only find here. Don't forget, you aren't game day ready without a terrible towel. The Steelers Pro Shop has everything you need to be part of the legendary Steelers Nation. Come experience the Acrisure Stadium shopping environment or shop online at shop.steelers.com.
It's more than a move. It's a new job for her, a new baseball team for him. And for Badger, it's a new yard with more room to roam. It's more than a move, and we're more than a truck.
I need you. I need you every single day, and I want you. I want you every single way, and I need you. I need you every single way, and it's love, it's love, it's love, it's la 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 la, it's love, it's love, it's love.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody, alongside Johnny Patricia, Matt Forgan with you, and a special guest, former Pittsburgh Steelers Super Bowl champion and McKeesport legend, Mike Logan's in the building. Mike, thanks so much for hanging out with us on a Friday night. I know this brings back some great memories of Whitfield High School football.
Every time I come into one of these stadiums, I get that pit in the butterflies in the stomach going, and then I see these guys out here, and I'm like, these guys are bigger, a little bigger than I was back then. So adrenaline starts getting going.
As we have this third down, as Williamson going to run on his own and pick up the first down. That is the first down for the Hillers tonight. Brought to you by Kelly Automotive, a fresh set of downs there for Trinity. But, Mike, getting a chance to come back and see WPI High School football and just how it's grown. I feel like not only you mentioned the player size, but even the production value. Yes. It really has come a long way, hasn't it?
I mean, for my age, someone down there asked me what year I graduated high school. I said, you probably weren't even born yet. So, and it was to be true. She was born in 1992, and that's when I graduated high school.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been out of high school not even 10 years, and I feel old, just seeing how it's grown. I mean, there was only one TV production for high school football when I was in high school, and that was like the Super Bowl, And now it's just so much more common. It's unbelievable to me, with social media and just how it's grown. Everybody knows each other, too,
I think that's great for these athletes out here to be able to showcase their talent all around the country, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With all the social media, with everyone involved, and it gets the students to be really connected to the players.
Right.
Now, I'm curious because when you were in high school, how did that recruiting process work? I mean, I feel like you're talking about sending VHS tapes, you're mailing things like that. Kids don't realize how difficult back then it was to get looked at.
Trying to explain it to players now how we had to do it. The good fortune for me is my dad was in media. He was a photographer editor for KDKA for so many years, so he was able to put together my highlight films. So I was able to get them VHSs and splice them up and get them sent out. But now they can just push their button on their own phone, and they got apps for it, and it's like amazing.
Unbelievable.
It really is.
Yeah, Huddle was just coming out, or at least just getting to the point where you could make your own highlight video and stuff when I was in high school. And I remember
Williamson just misses his intended receiver, incomplete, trying to get intended receiver there on that one, incomplete.
And I remember talking to kids that graduated earlier and saying, we didn't have it like this. We had to mail it, hard copies. And I couldn't imagine that because half hour after the game, the film was uploaded. I'd click my highlights, and boom, it'd be on Twitter. I'd be talking to coaches a half hour after the game and send it to them.
And that's the thing now. These guys can get on there and actually talk to a coach and have some communication. We had no rapport with coaches when I was coming out, so it made it really, really difficult.
See, the kids have it easy now these days, right? Sound like a bunch of old guys up here as this carry goes to the 36-yard line. Going to be third down coming up here for Trinity. Take me back to those McKeesport days. What memory sticks out to you in high school football? And was it a play? Was it a game that stuck out?
It was a game that stuck out for me. I think we were undefeated. We were like 6-0 when we were playing Indiana. I think they were 0-6. And I fumbled 2 times in our own red zone. And it was the first time that I had some doubt creeping in my mind, and I got in the huddle and I said, I don't even want the ball.
Oh, my.
And 2 of my friends came up and said, listen, man, we put our confidence in you. We know we got it. We were able to come back and win the game. But that's the play. That's the game that really sticks out in my mind because I had to overcome some adversity. But having my teammates having my back, that's what brought me through. And I think about that and reflect on that all the time.
That's a pretty cool.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you saying that because most people would say, winning the championship or something. But that's cool, a lesson you learned, and clearly you're going to remember that forever.
Yes, definitely a memory that'll stick in my mind. It's up there with my Super Bowl victory just because I did it with my brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My brothers and true friends.
Being able to reflect back on the success that you had as a Pittsburgh Steeler and still being in the area and still living in the Pittsburgh area and enjoying it, is that something you reflect on often and appreciate?
Yes, I definitely do, especially when I come to games like this, and there's still people in the stands who remember me. I just ran into one of my high school teammates over there, Lyle Washwitz. His son plays for TJ, and I was just telling them a story about high school. So being here after all the acclaim and success that I had in my career and still being able to be recognized by my peers and my former teammates is just amazing to me, and that's why I'm Pittsburgh through and through.
That's awesome. I got one more question for you. So you talked about that story where you fumbled twice.
Right.
Were you guys still running the wing tee back then?
We were, and it'll never change in McKeesport. That's just what we do.
How about this hard run from Morrow? Morrow gets stacked up, forward progress stop, but as we've been talking to Super Bowl champion Mike Logan up here, the Hillers have matriculated downfield, and they're knocking on the door right now in the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone.
Well, maybe we got to stay in this interview then because they didn't move the ball at all before this. So,
I was about to say,
Mike
coming up here, bringing it up here.
Right.
I tell you what, though, these 2 teams are out here playing hard-nosed. Trinity's sticking in there. They had some adversity to overcome, and they're knocking on the door right now.
They are. It's a 2nd down and 4 right now for the Hillers. Williamson gets the snap. Morrow gets the carry, and Morrow goes into that C, and Shep Turk and that defensive front for TJ don't have a lot of room available. It will be 3rd down and goal from the 4 for the Hillers.
So following up my last question, Mike, if you were the head coach of McKeesport, would you continue the wing tee?
Well, I think it's a community thing. I think if anybody comes in there and tries to change things, I think there'll be a mutiny in the city of McKeesport.
They're running it at the midget level, at the youth level.
It's bred into you as you come up and through their program.
That's great, but I feel like, the game has evolved.
Yes.
And, you know, passing is just so much more
Here's
easy
Williamson,
now than it was.
untouched. Jonah Williamson, touchdown Hillers. Mike Logan, some good luck to the Hillers as they cut the deficit in half.
Maybe their fans will give me a break now because I was throwing T-shirts up into the stands and I couldn't reach the top deck, and they were giving me a hard time as I was walking up here. So there you go. That's my reward for you not getting the T-shirts up there.
I always like to ask the defensive guys, you miss playing offense? Did you, when you were playing, did you miss playing offense and getting in the end zone as much?
I did. I grew up as a tailback. I never played cornerback. But when I got to West Virginia, the coaches said, we want to get you on the field and cornerback is available. But they did let me return kickoffs and punts, so I was able to get the ball into my hand.
Mike, thanks so much for coming up here.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
Super Bowl champion and McKeesport legend, Mike Logan, joining us here in the booth. And when we come back, more high school football and the Steelers High School Showcase rolls on. TJ leads it 13-7 over Trinity.
No problem. Thanks.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
College isn't for everyone. But from pay to training to retirement, Pennsylvania Laborers Union members live better. PA Laborers Union offers a great wage potential of $42 per hour and terrific health benefits. Imagine having 0 student loans while receiving state-of-the-art construction training. Join the team and get mentorship and guidance from experienced members. Go now to laborparecruit.com for more information.
I'm Albert Lynn. I'm Chief of Shoulder Surgery at UPMC. I chose orthopedics because we have a chance of making really positive impacts on people's lives to get people back to whatever it is they want to do, whether that's their job, whether it's sports, whether it's just raising their hand so that they can put on their shirt. Everything that we do is driven towards improving patient care and patient outcome. World-renowned care, world-renowned surgery, world-renowned experts in everything. And that is really what sets UPMC apart.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Macero Construction, by Herc Rentals, by Kelly Automotive, by LaRoche University. Be your authentic self. Trinity Hillers cheerleaders have something to cheer about. The Hillers are on the board. 8:04 to go here in the second on KDKA+. That drive, 12 plays, 65 yards, 5:21 off the clock. Efficient from Jonah Williamson. I think the key of that drive, JP, aside from Mike Logan being up here, is the third down conversion by Williamson running it himself.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Ooh. How about the lick? How about Nico Morrow going up against Tyler Eber? That's running back versus running back there.
Ooh. Boom.
Clean.
That's textbook. Textbook. And you know he was going for the big hit because he didn't even try to wrap. You just threw his shoulder in there and hope the guy falls over, and he hit him perfectly.
Handoff. Eber right off the return. He goes right back to carrying the football for the Jaguars. Boy, they are just fine with him being the bell cow. And he's just a sophomore, JP.
young guy, still has a lot of room to grow, and his potential is high. He's going to get bigger in the weight room this offseason, and he's clearly strong already. So expect a big career for Tyler Eber. And I remember in high school, those years, you're just improving so much. The improvement between years it's drastic because you're growing, you're hitting puberty, you're getting confidence.
There's Eber one more time. First down and more. Eber to the 40 of Trinity. And another Kelly Automotive first down.
I think he wanted to turn on the afterburners there, but got slowed up in the secondary by his offensive line. His offensive lineman was moving. He was running right with him 30 yards downfield. And that's where this Thomas Jefferson offense is so hard to defend because they just wear on you and lean on you all game long. And that Trinity defensive line is feeling it right now.
First down at 10 for the Jags from the Trinity 40. Costco back to pass, testing the far sideline and drops it in right on the money to Braden White one more time. There's a flag down right back at the original line of scrimmage.
Nice throw, dropped it in a bucket. Nice smash concept by Thomas Jefferson over here. That's a two-man concept with a hitch on the outside and a corner by number 2.
Offense, number 52. That penalty be assessed 15 yards from the previous spot. Replay first down.
Well, both of Thomas Jefferson's explosive plays through the air have gotten called back so far. The tunnel screen and then the corner route there. As I was saying, that's just a day one smash concept by Thomas Jefferson, day one install, and that's what makes them great is they do the basic things at a really high rate. The fundamentals.
That penalty, though, those can be drive killers. The 15-yarder makes it 1st and 25. And the ball pops loose, and they're going to roll him down. Trinity thought they had forced a turnover. They had forced 4 last week. 3 went for scores. They were baking turnovers last week. But instead, it's going to be 2nd down at 24. They're actually going to get a yard gain out of it.
Yeah, Trinity could use one of those turnovers right now.
They had a 100-yard pick six by Philip Whitlock. Samaje Fuse, I mentioned that 49-yard scoop and score. And Caden Vogel took a 35-yard pick six all last week against Ringgold. Rolling, and now Costco over the middle. Got him, his man, and a first down. And more. Tight ropes the sideline and finally pulled down. Kane Egerton. 1st and goal from the 5.
A great throw by Costco there. Hits Egerton right in stride. He doesn't have to break stride at all. Catches it running full speed, and that allows him to run away from the defenders and use that sideline as his friend.
And then bounce off the defender like that for 10 more yards. Adding up the yak. 1st and goal, TJ at the 5 in the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone. Eber maybe gets a yard.
And this is exactly where Thomas Jefferson scored from their first 2 drives. Inside the 5. If I were a betting man, I'd be expecting power right here.
Yeah, this is what the Hillers did not need. Pitch left. Eber 3 times. A hat trick. 2 Friday nights in a row for Tyler Eber.
6 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks for Eber. He's on fire. All 3 of his touchdowns tonight are in the red zone. I'm sure he's itching to, break one loose and get a further one, but can't complain when you're getting in the end zone.
No doubt about it. Sophomore coming out party in 2024, and TJ extends the lead back to Two scores, 20-7. TJ leads Trinity on a Steel City Friday night on our Steelers Showcase on KDK at once.
This awesome gift is from my grandma. I use free pay policy from GB Life. What does it do? It accumulates cash value, helps protect my future insurability, and it may even earn dividends. What's so great about that? My policy will grow with me. Plus, I get access to the GB Life Youth Leaders Program, scholarships, and more. Oh. You might be interested in a GB Life annuity. You're probably thinking about retiring soon, right, Mrs. Jones?
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
You've got dreams, might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine. And Ryan's. And our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work. To bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, by the Waterfront, by Two Men and a Junk Truck Pittsburgh, by Panera Bread. There's the Thomas Jefferson cheerleaders and their student section. The Jaguars 10 is packed tonight on homecoming night. Jags lead it 20-7. From the 7, sophomore Glass on the return one more time, and he's over the 35 to the 36-yard line. Another nice job. Small in stature, listed at 5'9". I don't know if I give him 5'9".
Well, don't put him out there like that.
First and 10 for the Hillers.
Doesn't matter about the size on the roster.
What's the saying?
It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
Yeah, thank you. I knew you were. I thought you were going there.
You know I know my quotes.
Absolutely. Quote guy. Big book guy.
Big book guy.
Johnny Patricia. First down at 10 for the 37. Williamson looks to the near side and comeback route. Got his man. Coming back to the football is Kostelnik. Chase Kostelnik, a sophomore.
Now that's what I want to see more of. Being aggressive on the first play of the drive, throw the ball downfield, throw it towards the sticks, get momentum for the rest of the drive.
2-3 yards on first down is not going to move the
that's not
needle here, yeah. Now they go with the little crossbuck action, give it off to the fullback.
See, then it opens up run on second down.
Owen Gardner, also a sophomore. This is a young group. How many times have I said sophomore tonight?
Yep.
He picks up a first down, brought to you by Kelly Automotive.
First and 10 for the Hillers.
Receiver Kostelnik, who caught that last pass, he's a sophomore. You have Williamson, who's a junior. In a quarterback option play again. Williamson doesn't like what he sees and tries to bounce it to the outside. Shakes off two tacklers and actually will be able to pick up a yard. Athletes being athletes.
Yeah,
there.
he's clearly elusive. You can see he's a dual threat quarterback we talked about so many times. They like to give him the ball in the run game. I'd like to see them throw the ball a little bit more downfield, show off his arm. Because he clearly can do it. 522 pass yards on the year so far, 2 passing touchdowns.
Ball pops out. Ball still on the ground, and it's recovered by TJ. Nathan Farrison pounces on the pigskin. Another Thomas Jefferson defensive turnover. Can the Jags add to their 20-7 lead? Come back and find out with us on KDK Plus.
By the time this Steelers fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer to game time. Steelers watching. Better with Pepsi.
My patients and I grew up together. I love watching my patients when they retire, starting when they're 61, 62. 2 years left, doc. I got 2 years left, doc, and then I'm good. Then they deserve a retirement. And Medicare Advantage is for that.
I think we also want choice. Whether you are home or traveling, our plans give you access to a large network of doctors and hospitals, including UPMC. That's peace of mind.
You can't get better than that.
I'm attorney Edgar Snyder. For over 40 years, you've watched me do my signature point on TV. But who am I pointing at?
He's pointing at someone who's been hurt in an accident.
Someone overwhelmed with paperwork.
Someone struggling with bills.
Someone who can't get answers.
Someone who can't get justice.
I'm pointing at my community, my neighbors, and letting them know we're here to help. So remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Hi, this is Mark Baer from Bud Bear Mazda. It's time to move and be moved. We have 0% financing on almost all 2024 new Mazdas in stock. We have a great selection. Come on up and drive one home today.
JRM Video Productions, winners of a regional Emmy Award for live sporting event.
Welcome back to TJ. Jags lead the Hillers 20-7 in our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week presented by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group here on KDKA Plus tonight. TJ recovers the fumble and goes back to work offensively, looking to add to the 2-touchdown advantage. And Eber, looked like he might have ran into his own man there to cause him to toss down after the pickup of 2.
They got to speed it up here a little bit, Matt, on this drive because their running attack, it's going to easily take the rest of this clock out of this quarter. Going at the pace they usually do. Run, pass.
Yeah, and I mean, they've had all these plays that have been behind the sticks that they just run a slant or a crossing pattern and they pick it all up in that one play. 2nd and 8. Costco. Comeback route at the 40. Completed it to Braden White, and White goes down the far boundary for a couple more.
Braden White's a good player. He's impressed me so far tonight. Good with the ball in his hands. Elusive, saw the routes.
Came into tonight with 28 catches for 509 yards, averaged 18 yards a catch. That's right in that neck of the woods. First down, Jags from the Hiller, now 46. Coming up on that 3-minute mark of this first half as Eber tries to find a hole and nothing is available. Julius Wise on the tackle for the Hillers.
Clock's ticking. So you'd like to see them call their plays that they've run more than any other play. The ones that they're really confident in. Their slants, their hitch patterns. How about a hitch and go right here? You're in the middle of the field, take a shot.
Second and 10. Play action. Rolling out with pressure, and he's sacked. Going down, Samaje Fuse. Lights up Costco.
You'd like to see Costco handle that situation a lot differently. Taking a sack is the worst thing you could do there. Lost about 20 yards. Clock's still running. Got to find a way to get that ball out of bounds.
He didn't want any part of 66. Third down at 20, but TJ has almost done this for a level of skill difficulty. They've gone behind the sticks and they still have picked it up.
Yeah, they're trying to show off.
I think we're going to get a timeout here. Thomas Jefferson burns a timeout. Minute 37 to go here in the first half. Hey, remember the Shell halftime show is coming up with Susie Cool, and here are the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette 4A Power Rankings. Aliquippa stays at number 1, even with the loss to Penn Hills. We saw that here 2 weeks ago. Montour still undefeated. Trinity and Montour played. Trinity losing by just 7 to the Spartans. Thomas Jefferson checks in at 3 at 6-0. McKeesport even at 2-4. They've had the hardest schedule, so they still get the 4 spot, and Mars at 2-4 at the 5. Kind of shows you that there is a power gap in the power rankings here at 4A.
Yeah, that's crazy. 2 and 4 teams are in the top 5.
Yes.
Come on.
And then you go to 5A, you got to be undefeated basically to be in the top 5.
That's wild.
I think Mike White in the Post-Gazette got it right, though. I don't disagree with McKeesport. Absolutely should be in there. Mars is a little bit of a top. Mars went down to Florida, beat Boone, one of the perennial powers, and then has not been able to put it all together once they've come up here to Western Pennsylvania. Costco with some pressure, steps out of it only momentarily, goes down again. This time, Julius Wise. And it's 4th down, and the Hillers in a must-stop situation. Defense comes up big.
Yeah, we talked about this on the first drive, Matt. You have to get Costco off his spot. And I don't think he necessarily needed to step up in the pocket there.
1-3-2.
Come on, Marty. Interrupted me.
The legend's allowed to do whatever he wants.
You're right. I'm sorry. But as I was saying, I don't think Costco necessarily needed to step up in the pocket there. You got to trust your offensive line that they're building the pocket around you.
Timeout.
Marty. All right, I'm done.
It's going to be 4th down at 20. Trinity punt return unit out. Get another chance to see Daniel Glass, who's really impressed. Dan Knaus and his coaching staff. Knaus in his 3rd season at Trinity. Oh, this is a line drive punt. Just got it off. Oh, and it ricochets off an Achilles. Goes backwards. 1:24 here to go. All right, Coach Patrician. How much do you want to be conservative here if you're Trinity to not allow TJ's offense or defense to score, but you want to also make sure that the next minute and 24 goes off the clock? How are you handling?
So I think it all determines on your first play, your success of your first play. You have 3 timeouts. I think you run a high percentage pass play on play number 1. 10-yard comeback, 12-yard stop route, something of that you've run a million times throughout the summer, something you feel confident in. If it's incomplete, you run the clock out. But if it's complete, you like it, you keep the rhythm and try to score.
Motion man to Stelnick, and then they give it off. And that is almost a first down on first down. Nico Morrow. That is a first down, and it's presented to you by Kelly Automotive. Take another look.
Looks like Thomas Jefferson was expecting my play call, and they were playing soft in the box and gave up a 10-yard run.
And now
that's what I want on first play.
They run what you expected on first down. They run there. Braden Berdar, another sophomore, makes the catch. They go option again one more time. It's Morrow. Morrow picks his way to the 36. And we get a timeout, Trinity. And
timeout, Trinity.
That was as efficient as you could have been.
That was the best 3 plays in a row that they've had all half.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thomas Jefferson, we mentioned, is unblemished at 6-0. How many others are undefeated? Monty Christian, Pine Richland, St. LaSalle, Thomas Jefferson, Upper St. Clair, South Fayette, Montour, Bethel Park, Leechburg, Deer Lakes, Clarendon, Elwood City, Fort Cherry, and Jefferson Morgan.
Very impressive.
That wasn't on the list.
Leechburg.
How about the Blue Devils? How about
the Blue Devils? Like that. Fort Cherry.
We'll see.
Some surprising, some not.
Fort Cherry, we'll see next week. Fort Cherry and Bishop Canevin. Single A showdown.
Should be a shootout, right?
Should be. Penn State bound Matt Sig at quarterback. Has the cast off now. The thumb is healed. So he could sling it. He was playing quarterback with the cast on, but just not throwing. There's still one.
Wow.
Another option play. Morrow fights forward. He's short. This will keep the clock moving. They're going to go quick here to the line.
Tackled by Lucas Patterson.
Back to pass. Another comeback route. Just step out of bounds. Badar, second catch on the drive and just shy of the red zone.
Very pretty. Nice delivery there. 10-yard stop route. Get out of bounds. It's exactly how they drew it up.
Is TJ playing too soft right now?
They're playing prevent defense, which people all the time, a lot of times when teams run a hurry-up offense.
Timeout, TJ.
A lot of times when teams run a hurry-up offense and it has success, their fans always say, why don't we run hurry-up the whole game? It's because the defense is in a prevent defense situation. They're playing soft. They are trying to prevent the 40-yard touchdown. They're allowing the 12-yard catch. They want you to march down the field and no easy scores,
TJ's
basically.
final timeout for a half.
Thank you, Marty. TJ out of timeouts. Bill Chirpak called that one. Interesting. 29 seconds left. Trinity was still going no huddle there. What do you do defensively, or what did you see defensively if you're Bill Chirpak to want to call the timeout and essentially give them another one?
Well, I think the rhythm had probably scared him. They're driving right down the field. I think they've shown how efficient their hurry-up offense can be. And really, he chose his defense getting on the same page is more important than the clock at this point.
1st and 10 from the 22. Option play, Williamson keeps. Only going to get 2 or 3 to the 19. No huddles, 15 seconds left. Back to pass. Williamson thought about running, and that's what you can't do. Take a sack.
Oh.
And that will force a timeout with 5 seconds.
Trinity, that's their 3rd and final timeout.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. That was the last thing they wanted to do.
So now TJ can kind of sit back in that prevent defense. You know you can't give up the score. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 at the 20-yard line, but with 5 seconds left, have to be a really quick pass as we take another look at the sack.
Yeah, and in high school football, you know, that five-yard sack means a lot right
Zachary Villa on that sack for the Jags.
for from a kicker standpoint, that 5 yards is a big difference.
Coach Canals trying to rally the troops here. This would be a big momentum shift. They could punch it in. Buzzer beater for the Hillers going into the locker room. And, of course, another reminder, Shell halftime show coming up at the end of the half with Susie Cool. Get a chance to talk to Carlo Zofko in the top 10 plays of last week.
Uh-oh.
And we'll highlight our Steelers All-Peer member and hand out a Coach of the Week honor.
Nice. I
have a feeling might be one we might have saw last week.
Don't give away anything.
Teaser. Williamson to the end zone. Jump ball. Incomplete. 3 seconds to go, so we'll get another shot. There is a flag down as well.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. That penalty be assessed half the distance to the goal. The result, first down.
Okay, that changes things.
Yes.
Now instead of a 25-yard throw, it's a 10-yard throw, 12-yard throw.
And now we're inside the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone. All the scores tonight coming from inside the red zone that Allegiant presents. First down, 10, but 3 seconds to go. They're going to bring out the field goal unit. This is Andy Palm. Snap, kick, blocked. Rolls in. And they will blow it dead. Egerton gets the block, and that's the explanation point added to Thomas Jefferson's 20-7 advantage here at the break.
Comes right off the edge, bends the corner. That's something you practice. Clearly, a program like Thomas Jefferson puts time into that field goal block team. That's always a tell on what team is coached well, how hard your players go on field goal block. Because most teams take that play off.
No doubt. That's a great point. Thomas Jefferson does not. They go into the locker room with a 20-7 advantage. And we will go down to Susie Cool with Bill Chirpak.
Coach, sophomore running back Tyler Eber with 6 touchdowns in the last 2 games, 3 and counting tonight. Where is he leaning into this offense most right now?
You know, we're a running team, so obviously he's going to carry the ball. We're doing a pretty good job, but we still got to, steal some backside things. They're making some plays. They're a good football team, so we got to come out and play a good second half.
You mentioned how Trinity's still sticking it out, making some plays. Where do you need to tighten up on them defensively the most?
They're making some plays from the backside. We got to steal the backside, and we're throwing the ball well, but we got to open up a little bit more.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Matt.
Thanks, Susie, and it's about as much emotion as you get out of Bill Chirpak, winning or losing. Yeah, it's Bill for you. 20-7 at the break. Thomas Jefferson leads Trinity on a Friday night in our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented to you by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group. Rolls on KDKA+. Stay with us.
At Laway, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Laway apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Laway to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. with a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Hi, folks. Welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers Hall of Honor Museum.
Thanks. They really wore that back then, Grandpa?
Yeah, they really did.
Playing back then was tough, believe me.
Now this is the best era. Nobody could beat that dynasty.
I couldn't agree more. Those teams were unstoppable.
Now, I don't know about that, but the team was really good in the 90s.
Come on, you couldn't catch those teams of the 2000s. They went the distance, literally.
That's what I'm talking about! Yes!
The 70s are definitely the
no
best.
No way! The 2000s, hands down. Whoa, guys, stop fighting. I think every era was pretty sweet.
You said it, kid. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and I hope to see you back here soon.
Wait, you're T?
Seems like a nice spot.
Welcome back, everybody, to KDKA Plus. It's the Shell halftime show in Jefferson Hills. The Jaguars up 20-7 over the Trinity Hillers. And as always, now is the time where we take a little bit of a look off the field at our Steelers All-Peer Team and Member of the Week, brought to you by the Post-Gazette and Mentorship. And this year we have defensive tackle and guard from Moon, Nick Haig. Nick is a dedicated leader and communicator for the Moon Area Tigers, organizes his teammates to support other school teams during their athletic seasons, and as a partner on the Unified Bocce team, a member of Partners in PE, he actively supports students with special needs. Additionally, Nick led a care drive at Pediatric Specialty Care, collecting essential items for medically fragile children at the Specialty Care Center. As always, it's great to see these kids doing great things, not just on the field, but off the field as well. So congratulations, Nick, on your Steelers All-Peer honors this week. And if you have anybody in mind that you want to suggest for this as well, just go on over to Steelers.com/youth. And while we're seeing a ton of great plays out on the field here in Jefferson Hills tonight, it's time to go to our very own WIPIO insider himself, Carlos Zovko, to highlight those top 10 plays from Week 5 action. Here you go.
From the Blast Off Cleaning Equipment Studios, welcome back to the WIPIO Insider Show. I'm your host and WIPIO Insider, Carlos Zovko. Week 5 has come and gone, and we had an unbelievable set of top 10 plays. That's right, it's your top 10 plays of the week. And number 1 actually made SportsCenter's top 10 plays. I know what you're thinking. Is this a repeat of last week? No, back-to-back weeks that a WIPIO football player has made SportsCenter's top 10 plays. Very cool to say the least. Let's jump right into the countdown. At number 10, who doesn't love a big man touchdown? We're going to be giving some love to the big fellas. The Hampton-McKeesport game. Hampton's quarterback drops back, and it's Caden Daniels who comes down with it and scores. What a play for the big man. McKeesport goes on to win. At number 9, we're going to the Aliquippa-Newcastle game. It's going to be Takoa Gilbert, who's going to rush the punt, block it, and scoop and score himself. Unbelievable play for the touchdown. Quips go on to win. At number 8, it's the game you saw last week right here, and it's going to be 3rd and 32, and Julian Dahlem says, no problem here. Takes the draw, going to break a couple tackles, find the sideline, and take it to the house. Upper St. Clair takes down the defending champs. At number 7, we're going to West Mifflin. It's going to be sophomore sensation Armand Hill, who takes the power. He's going to break a couple tackles and take it to the house. The Titans would go on to fall, but Hill goes on with the big play. At number 6, we're going to South Fayette. It's going to be Drew Warhowski going downtown to Aiden Martinchik, who takes it one-handed for the score. Big play for the Lions as they beat Baldwin. At number 5,
it's going to be Amani Christian running back Gabe Jenkins running through and all over North Catholic. He's not done yet. He's going to find somebody at the goal line and run him over. Amani Christian goes on to win. At number 4, we're going to go to the Battle of the Cats. TJ versus Bell Vernon, and Curtis Wade is going to drop back and find his guy, Cole Doppelhauer, who goes up over Thomas Jefferson, breaks about 4 different tackles, and he's going to find pay dirt 92 yards later. Doppelhauer had a big game, but the Jaguars come out with the big win. At number 3, a Whippio record alert. It's going to be Hopewell kicker Rocco Marcantonio, who's going to drill this thing from 55 to set a Whippio record, or at least tie it. He had a lot of leg to go. Could have been good from 59. At number 2, Woodland Hills and Latrobe, and we're giving more love to the big fella. It's going to be Woody High defensive tackle Jaden Estes, who's going to get the tip pass interception and take it over 50 yards to the house, running over everybody. The big fella gets the pick, and the Wolverines get the win. And at number 1, it's going to be the play that was on Sports Center last week, number 2 overall. It's going to be Mount Pleasant's Cole Chatfield finding his guy Jared Garn, who goes up over 3 Yawk defenders, brings it down for the grab in the top 10 play of the week.
and that'll do it for this week's top 10 plays of the weeks. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoy taking the time to give it to you guys. Now, be sure to follow my Twitter page at WPIAL_insider. It's at the bottom left hand of the corner right there. Give it a follow. We do some cool things all week long on Twitter. It's the #1 source for all Whippio football content. I'm your host and Whippio insider, Carlos Offco, and I'll be seeing you next week. Back to you, Susie Cole.
My audience can put in an order and Spreadshop does the printing and sends it to anywhere in the world. It's like magic.
It costs nothing to set up, and there is no money out of my pocket. I set my own prices and make my profits after costs.
I built my own brand, then started making money the first time I shared with my audience. Now all my followers are wearing my logo.
Setting up your Spreadshop takes just a few seconds, and all our products are made in-house. You can trust your brand is in good hands. Start your own merch store today at Spreadshop.com.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
In Pittsburgh, football season is all year round. The Pittsburgh Passion, 3-time national champions. A team of women united by drive, dedication, and heart. It's more than football, it's family. A sisterhood of athletes working together to achieve greatness. Do you have what it takes? The passion, the commitment. This is your chance to be a part of the black and gold. Step out onto the field and join a legacy. The Pittsburgh Passion is waiting for you. Join us for tryouts. For more information, scan the QR code or visit PittsburghPassion.com.
The real show. Yeah, really.
Gonna try not to get on the court.
Ask Jake if we can get a close up here. Ask Jake if we can get a close up here. You got a camera down there?
Welcome back to Jefferson Hills, everybody, on KDKA Plus. It's the Shell halftime show. The Jaguars up 20-7 over the Trinity Hillers at half. And now it's time to take a look at our Coach of the Week for Week 5, and someone we should be a little familiar with here on the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. Somebody from Week 5 action. Upper St. Clair head coach Mike Junko earning those Week 5 honors. Last week, the number 3 Panthers upset the reigning Whitfield champs and number 1 ranked Peters Township Indians. The Panthers prevailing 21-7 in the Class 5A showdown and forcing 4 turnovers in the contest. The win snapped Peter Township's 17-game regular season winning streak and secured Upper St. Clair's 500th all-time win. This marks Coach Junko's first Coach of the Week honors since taking over the Panthers program in 2019. So a great game by Coach Junko and his team last week. Congratulations to Coach Junko. And now let's take a look back more at Week 5 action with our sights and sounds from that 21-7 win for Upper St. Clair from last week with this week's Sights and Sounds.
Welcome to the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. We're at Panthers Stadium in Upper St. Clair, Pennsylvania to see the Peters Township Indians renew the rivalry against the Upper St. Clair Panthers. Brought to you by our friends at Kelly Automotive. They go no huddle. Corey gets another carry, lost the control of the ball. Does he say they were down?
He's down.
They're going to say Panther football. Letty was the man in motion. Lucia rolls. Some pressure. And he hits. It's intercepted. Taken away. Dallum. Julian Dallum. A pick 6 to break the deadlock. Lucia. Rolling. Got a wide open receiver. It's got up to 25. And he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Peters Township. Eli Prado.
Will they be able to come from behind with the lack of a passing attack?
Panthers go to John Banbury and loose football. Who has it? They got to unfoul jerseys. PT says they have it, and they do.
It allows your linebackers to play more aggressive downhill.
Here's a little trick play, and Upper St. Clair not ball. It's intercepted, picked off, and the Panthers take it away. Van Helman. Frame tied at 7. Dallum in the Wildcat gets it and goes off the left side, follows a block, cuts inside, Dallum's into the end zone, touchdown USA! Julian Dallum from 16 away. Presented by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group. Johnny Patrician and Susie Cole, Matt Fargo with you, and here is Dallum down the sideline. Dallum keeps his balance, and he's going in for a 3rd time tonight. Touchdown, Panthers! First down, or 2nd down 10 after that incomplete pass hit as he threw, and is it intercepted? Yes, it is!
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first.
And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever.
Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
Okay with that. I am okay with that.
Hillers, and it's time to throw it back up to Matt and Johnny for those first half highlights and stats. Matt?
Thanks so much, Susie. Welcome back into the broadcast booth, everybody. That's Johnny Patrician. I'm Matt Fargo. Happy to bring you high school football on this Friday night here on KDK Plus, our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. And Thomas Jefferson came in undefeated, remembered what happened last year. Trinity upset them. They had the unblemished record then. TJ doesn't forget, and right now they have a 2-touchdown advantage. But Trinity's hung in this in that way that they went down and they got that touchdown, made it 13-7, and then TJ came back and scored right back. But even so, just a 2-score game. Trinity has to be happy with the way things had played out, especially with how things started.
Yeah, Trinity, they took some blows early and hung in there. And, it's a 12-round fight. You can't win in a knockout in the first round. Right. This isn't boxing. So, the first quarter didn't go the way Trinity wanted. They fumbled on the first play of the game. But we saw them improve as the first half went on. They got some rhythm in the end of the second quarter on offense. And I think they're going to throw the ball more in the second half. That's what they should do.
I agree with you. Let's take a look at the first half statistics here on the Shell Halftime Show. Total yards, Thomas Jefferson leads at 191 to 132. TJ in the first downs department, 12-8. This is where things change. It's football. Turnovers department. Remember, Trinity forced 4 in last week's win. Now they have 2 to their account. TJ's turned those into points. And the penalty yardage over on the Thomas Jefferson side. Trinity's doing a nice job of not adding to the issues with penalties, but TJ has been playing a lot behind the sticks in this game. They really have done a nice job of not making that an issue and combating it.
Yeah, as you said, the turnovers is what stands out to me there. That's the factor that really explains this game so far. At least Trinity's playing clean football. They need to continue that to stay in this game. And the turnovers goes hand in hand with field position. They gave Thomas Jefferson a 20-yard field to start the game with. They scored a touchdown with. So Trinity needs to make some splash plays on the defensive side of the ball. Thomas Jefferson's going to give them the opportunity for that because they throw the ball a little bit more than Trinity does. So they need to continue getting after Costco, getting him off his spot, and force some pressure on him to make some errant throws in the secondary.
Giant Eagle first half highlights. Tyler Eber, 1 of 3 touchdowns on the night. There is number 2. And it was a steady dose of the sophomore tailback that has 19 carries for 73 yards and 3 touchdowns. But Jonah Williamson says, I can run too. His 8th touchdown of the season, punches it in and made it 13-7. But back comes Thomas Jefferson on a 3rd and forever. They convert that forever as Costco hooks up with Kane Egerton, sets up good field position. And the Jaguars were able to convert as you'd see there late in the first half, that fumble by Trinity. They were driving, and TJ was able to force another turnover.
Yeah, Matt, and that's exactly what stopped their momentum. And we thought maybe we could get a closer game here at halftime. They finally had some momentum and rhythm driving, and the fumble stopped them right in their tracks. So they need to take care of the football in the second half. That is first and foremost, and also force turnovers and make some plays on the defensive side of the ball, not just in prevent defense, allowing Thomas Jefferson to do what they want.
Luke Costco, 131 yards passing, 6 of 8 tonight for TJ. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Scores around the WPIL. How about Moon? Almost beat Bethel Park last week. Now they're up on Peters Township, 14-7. Can the Tigers get an upset? They're playing right with everybody. Upper St. Clair only leads South Fayette 7-0. That's a close one. Penn Trafford, they lead Gateway. That's a top 25 matchup. If you reference Whitfield Insider's top 25 rankings, 15-0 Warriors on top of Gators. Fort Cherry leading Cornell by 3 scores, 28-6. Central Valley trying to bounce back after their loss to Avonworth last week. They lead by 10, 27-17. And Montour handing Newcastle another loss, 24-0. Newcastle had some excitement. They started the season undefeated, and now they're getting into the meat of their schedule, and the Spartans leading that 24-0. So we'll keep an eye on those scores, and we'll keep an eye on this second half. When we come back, it's the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented to you by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group. And we're back with second half action on KDK Plus. You guessed it, right after this.
next Saturday, October 12th. Tune in to KDKA Plus for PAC D3 college football as two of the best face off in a homecoming sellout. The Carnegie Mellon Tardans face the Grove City Wolverines next Saturday at 2 p.m. only on KDKA Plus.
Think you've tried everything at Panera? Think again. Introducing more new sandwiches and salads with our new flavor-packed toasted Italiano and the mouth-watering Mediterranean chicken greens with grains. More in every bite, just like the new ciabatta cheesesteak with melty provolone and garlic aioli. And more new options under $10, including our new creamy bacon mac and cheese. Come taste the new era at Panera.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or a school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
Hi, this is Mark Baer from Bud Bear Subaru. Listen to this one. We have 2.9% financing on all 2025 new Subaru Outbacks in stock. That's right, up to 72 months. Come on up and drive one home today.
By the time this Steelers fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer to game time. Steelers watching. Better with Pepsi.
Welcome back. Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. Presented by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group. Thomas Jefferson leads 20-7. And let's go with a JRM Sports game break. Let's check in with Austin Bechtold over at Baldwin, and they take on Bethel Park.
And we welcome you to Baldwin High School as the Bethel Park Blackhawks look to move to 7-0 on the season, 2-0 in 5A Allegheny 6 action. A dominant performance by the Blackhawks in the first half. Tanner Pfeiffer, touchdown passes to Mitch Paschal. 2 on the day for Paschal, including 2 interceptions on the defensive side of the ball. A touchdown pass to Jack Bruckner as well. Javon Moore has rushed in for his 20th touchdown on the year. Moore with over 1,200 yards now on the season. It's been a dominant performance for Bethel Park. Baldwin still looking for win number 1, but for Bill Pekich and this Bethel Park Blackhawks offense, it's been domination in the defense. Held Baldwin, who was looking to score at the very end of the half, with an interception from Paschal at the 1-yard line, staying out of the end zone to continue to see how well Moore has run the ball. He has the second most rushing yards on the season of anybody in the WPIAL. And we thank you for checking in from Baldwin. We'll send it back to Matt Fargo and the crew at Thomas Jefferson.
Thanks so much, Austin, and JRM Sports checking in on all kinds of WPIAL action here on a Friday night. And Bethel Park, JP, as we start here the second half between TJ and Trinity, Bethel Park had a scare last week against Moon, and they're taking out all their frustration out on Baldwin right now.
You know, the crosstown rival are bordering towns, I feel like, and so all those guys know each other, so they were looking forward to this game, that's for sure.
Thomas Jefferson at Trinity, and the Jaguars go back to the ground game at a steady dose of Tyler Eber, and Eber picks up a first down. It's brought to you by our friends at Kelly Automotive as the Jags get a first crack at it, and we'll go down to Susie Cool with an update.
Thanks, Matt. Trinity head coach Dan Cannell said he didn't like the 2 turnovers his team had in the first half. He said you can't beat teams like that. However, he did like the response to adversity that the Hillers had. At the end of the day, TJ didn't beat the Hillers in that first half of play. The Hillers, unfortunately, were stopping themselves. Matt?
Yeah, I think that's a great point. We talked to Coach Canals earlier this week, and he said we got to keep Trinity off the schedule, meaning not hurting ourselves. And those 2 turnovers, this game could be even closer than the 2 scores it is. But Eber is trying to extend the lead quickly, and he'll pick up another Thomas Jefferson first down. And how impressed are you with this sophomore tailback?
Yeah, he's pretty good, man. I love his vision and patience in the backfield, and that really just comes with reps. So it's surprising that he has those abilities already. He's going to get bigger, faster, stronger, as I talked about already, as he develops in a real weight program and in this offseason. And next season, he's going to have so much more confidence to build on after this impressive sophomore season that he has going already.
And the thing is we've talked about the midway point. We're in the second half of the season, everything like that. Thomas Jefferson goes to a Whitfield championship and wins it. They aren't at the halfway point of the season. They still got a lot of football that you'll be playing into December. And how critical you've experienced that. Having a second and third season, playoffs is your second season, then you go into states, essentially a third season, depending on how many games you're playing. But that extends your ability to continue to get reps, especially at a young age.
Yeah, all this is about development and the amount of reps and time you have practicing. I mean, all the other players from other teams and towns will be on to basketball and wrestling at that point, and these guys will still be practicing out here in the cold with the lights on when nobody else is. And that's really when you develop a relationship with your teammates, going through the cold practices and the fun times. I'm sure every high school player would have loved to extended their season into the second or third, quote-unquote, season that you talked about.
Matt Richards, the freshman, made that tackle on Eber to make it a 3rd down and 5. They go pitch left. Eber one more time, and Trinity holds short of the line to gain. Caden Vogel comes in to make the stop. Vogel led the team in tackles last season with 78. Also got all-conference honors a season ago.
So far tonight on the offensive end, TJ has basically been able to get whatever they want. When they want to run the ball, they'll get 5 or 6, 10 yards. When they want to pass the ball, they'll get a completion. But we need to see them finish drives here, sustained drives. Sometimes they've been stalling out. Here, my case in point on 4th and 4, run a play that you're confident in.
Costco quickly, and he skips it short. He had his receiver open, but Costco cannot deliver to Camberis, and it goes incomplete.
Trinity runs a blitz, and I think that caught Costco off guard there. The intended target was almost too open there. Sometimes, the wide open ones are the hardest ones to make because you're so surprised about it. And I'm sure he wishes he could have that one back.
Mentioned the win last year for the Hillers. That game was 23-6 last year. Trinity beat Thomas Jefferson. And then they beat North Catholic in the first round of the playoffs. That was their first win in the playoffs in 16 years. Beat North Catholic 49-0. Williamson over the middle, pops into the air, and goes incomplete. Dangerous pass incompletion there. Kostelnik, the intended receiver.
Decision to throw on 1st down. Didn't work, so do it again. At least they're not playing behind the sticks and after a 2-yard loss, from running the football.
Thought about going left, goes right. It goes through. 2-on-2 right there as Williamson gets pulled down by Braden White, who took the brunt of that lick. But mission accomplished, got the tackle, 3rd down.
Yeah, still counts. You got him down. I love the play call, though. Jonah Williamson, a big guy to tackle. Taller kid for a high school player. Fake toss, quarterback dive. I like that decision in that playbook from Trinity.
Williamson on 3rd down and 3. Jags show blitz. Pull it back, and then Williamson decides to skirt right. He has a 1st down and more. Williamson down the far boundary. He has a 1st down, and he's inside the 45. As he loses his helmet, he'll have to come out and sit out for one. And he
tried to get away with it. He looked back to see if he was caught. Long strider here by Williamson. Gets around the edge. Uses the sideline. Love to see him try to stiff arm there. 2-on-2 crime again there. Braden White tried to get him back.
31 yards on the rush by Williamson. Quarterback in is Mekhi Bowman. He's a junior. He'll get the snap and hand it off to Morrow. Morrow plunges forward to the 30-yard line, and I think Bowman's audition there has come to an end. That has to be an intimidating part, being the backup quarterback saying, hey, you're going to go out there and hand off the ball real quick.
Right. Or, sometimes I say throw it because the defense isn't expecting a pass there at all.
Right. Second down and 8 from the 30-yard line. Hiller's trying to cut the deficit to 1 score. Back to pass. Williamson going to set and throw. Test the far boundary into the end zone. Incomplete.
Hitch and go there into the boundary. Great discipline by the corner on that play. Didn't bite on the hitch at all.
Goes 3rd down and 8 now for the Hillers. 7:18 to play here in the 3rd. Another look on the UPMC Sports Medicine instant replay.
But I love the aggressiveness, taking a shot into the end zone. A downfield pass. Jonah Williamson can do it.
Williamson on 3rd down will throw. Comeback route, but can't deliver. Incomplete. Kostelnik, the intended receiver. And it is 4th down. Offense to stay out there for sure. At the Thomas Jefferson 30.
Yeah, not fortunate down in distance here. 4th and 8 is a long way to go. But you got to make sure the receivers run routes past the sticks. The last thing you want to do is complete a pass just short of the sticks. Sometimes in high school football, guys forget things like that, because when you run a route and then you got to come back for the football, they don't take that into consideration.
Let's see what Dan Canals dials up on 4th down. Williamson to throw over the middle. Tight window. Incomplete. And it goes incomplete. Intended for Badar. And that's how it will end on that drive. It will be a turnover on downs when we come back to Thomas Jefferson. Jags 2-score game and the football when we come back on KDK Plus.
At Loewe, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Loewe apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Loewe to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
At 2 Men and a Junk Truck, we can remove your things, so you have room to dream.
I'm attorney Edgar Snyder. For over 40 years, you've watched me do my signature point on TV. But who am I pointing at?
He's pointing at someone who's been hurt in an accident.
Someone overwhelmed with paperwork.
Someone struggling with bills.
Someone who can't get answers.
Someone who can't get justice.
I'm pointing at my community, my neighbors, and letting them know we're here to help. So remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by St. Vincent College, by Loewe Enterprises, promotional products and apparel, by Mariani and Richards, and by Edgar Snyder and Associates, a personal injury law firm where they always say there's never a fee unless we get money for you. Back inside Jaguar Stadium. Used to be the campus of Thomas Jefferson High School in the West Jefferson Hills School District, but new high school a couple years ago down the street. So old high school got knocked down. That's the construction that is behind us here is Costco on the first play. What a catch! How How did he do it? Braden White with the highlight reel grab.
3-step drop. Picks out his receiver before the play call. What a catch. One-handed, left-handed. Stays in bounds. That's special right there.
Costco buying in bulk there.
How many more do you have of those?
Yes. He's not Sam, he's Luke. Costco. How many more would you like?
None. I'm good.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense.
Oh, good. Marty's back.
Still first down.
Hey, we're talking. It's homecoming night here at Thomas Jefferson. Congratulations to all on the court, but Dan Canals, head coach at Trinity, wanted to give me a special shout out to his daughter, Eliana, who's on the Montour homecoming court tonight. His wife, Katie, will be in attendance at Montour, not here tonight.
Oh, my.
But a reminder is another completed pass to Braden White, or I beg your pardon, that's Kane Egerton on the reception. But a reminder that these coaches live in different districts and have children and don't get to see their kids do what parents maybe take for granted in the day-to-day.
No doubt about it. Yeah, these coaches spend a lot of hours in the locker room and in the film room with kids that aren't theirs, and sacrificing their own family time.
Shout out to Coach Canals' two sons, Nate and Shane, both in college. Wanted to give a shout out to them as well. Third down coming up here for TJ.
Does he have any other nephews, nieces you want to shout out? Cousins?
We had a family tree graphic. Jake forgot to upload it. Third down and 1 from the 33. Back to the ground game. And Eber picks up the first down.
Always a good time on here with you, man. When there's some phases of the game, that are going a little slow, we're just here for your entertainment.
Absolutely.
That's all.
We are full service. And while we're doing shout-outs, would you mind? Shout out to our good friend Josh Taylor. It's his birthday today.
Okay.
KDKA's own.
Happy B-Day, Josh.
To the 30-yard line. Eber picks up another yard. It's not pretty what TJ does, but it works. And it's methodical, and it beats you up.
Yeah, you know what it reminds me of, actually? Old school Central Catholic offense.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, though.
Yeah.
You have 10 plays, and you're really good at running the 10 plays. The defense knows exactly what you're going to do, and they can't do anything about it.
Yep.
You're just bigger, stronger up front, and you can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Costco throws on the curl route one more time to White, and White bounces off, ping-pongs off a few defenders. We'll pick up a first down. It's a first down brought to you by Kelly Automotive.
Yeah, Braden White's a good player. I've been really impressed with him tonight. Stops on a dime there. He does it all on both sides of the ball.
First down from the 21. 3:30 to play here in the third. And Eber.
Tyler Eber again.
You don't have, really in any level of football, a bell cow back like you used to. But Tyler Eber has fit that description tonight in this season.
Yep, lots of carries. He'll be feeling it tomorrow morning, I'm sure. I saw somebody on the sideline, on TJ's sideline, with the blonde dyed hair. Isn't that their thing?
There's the thing. Training camp.
I thought they do it all season, no?
They do it at training camp, but they obviously, yeah.
Okay.
Once you dye it, it stays that way for a while.
That's amazing that tradition has stayed alive for so
really
long.
is. I mean, you're right, because I remember Lucas Nix doing that way back when.
Yeah.
Making everybody feel old when we say
I know,
Lucas
right?
Nix is a way back when.
Holding. Offense. Number 57. 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay second down.
Speaking about Pitt, Shep Turk headed to Pitt. Mentioned he's a part of a long list of Pitt connections to the TJ program. How about Devitt Danielson, Lucas Nix, Dom DeSico?
Yep, Noah Pilato.
Yeah. The TJ to PITT connection is apparent. Nearly jumped the route, but instead it's going to be White taking it in all the way for a Thomas Jefferson touchdown. 29 yards, Costco to White for 6.
He put the afterburners on there. Hitch route. Seemed like him and his quarterback were on different pages there, but it didn't matter. Comes back to the ball, which I love to see. Splits the defenders and beats him in the race to the end zone.
Extra point is good. Samuel Wessel puts it through the poles, and it's a 20-point advantage thanks to Luke Costco hooking up with Braden White, 27-7 on a Steelers Friday night.
A little birdie told us that you're looking for more ways to save on all your favorite Giant Eagle items. In meat, dairy, and produce. So we're making it easy with new lower prices, weekly sales, deals for days, and My Perks. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
By having real clients and producing real campaigns, at La Roche, our students thrive by putting their ideas into action.
The students at La Roche that are using applied learning completely nailed my business and delivered me something that I am going to be able to use in real time.
It was a really nice experience to actually see how the establishment functions, being able to actually work with real people, real community partners, instead of something that was hypothetical.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965 with a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
JRM Video Productions, winners of a regional Emmy Award for live sporting event.
Welcome back. Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week with Johnny Patrician and Susie Cooldown on the sideline. Matt Fargo with you, and we have a flag on the field. And that means we get to talk to the legend, Marty Lynn, one more time. The Yinzer referee himself.
Kick out of bounds, kicking team. The ball will be placed at the 35, first down.
That's a new word we got, bonds.
Bonds, kick out of bonds.
Bonds.
Tan.
B-A-H-N-D-S.
Bermani Brothers.
Always expanding vocabulary. Bonds.
Bonds. Water. First down and 10. We might need a Yinzer night on a Steelers showcase game as Williamson gets a first down, keeps his balance, now will spin out of bounds. First down brought to you by Kelly Automotive.
Williamson shows the speed and athleticism there. That's what makes him a hard player to play against. So he can expand the field, extend the plays. Shows his elusiveness in the open field when he gets there. He just needs to get there.
.218 to play here with the third. And we get a pre-snap penalty. Looks like TJ
Prior to the
jumps.
snap, encroachment, deep for 36. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Peters Township and Mood all tied up at 14.
That'd be something if Peters lost back-to-back.
Right? Who had that one on the bingo card? Option play, and they go tomorrow about 1.5 yards shy of the sticks. Be third down and about a one, but wait, we have a flag.
Martinez in on the tackle, but a flag on the play.
Marty's on the scene. He'll figure it out.
After the play, personal foul, offense. That penalty be assessed 15 yards from the end of the run. The down counts, second down.
I just want him here every week. You know, in my conversation with him last year after everything had happened, I said, what do you want your message to be about all the fame that he, quite frankly, did not want? He's a steel mill worker, a Yinzer's Yinzer, blue-collar guy. And he said, I want young people to come out and officiate.
Yep.
We need more officials
Yeah.
in the PIAA and WPIL. And he said, it's a great way of staying in shape.
Yep.
Great opportunity to give back to the community.
Stay around the game.
Yeah. And I thought that was a wise words from Marty.
Yeah. I've heard that a few times from a few different officials, actually. There's not a lot of people trying to do that. And I think it's a great idea.
Williamson wrestled down by Trenton Miller, senior for the Jags.
The hard part about being an official is that you never have a home game.
You don't.
You're always disliked.
Third down and 15.
Third down, 14 for the Hillers. Rolling to the near side. Williamson throws, and he's immediately drilled. Caught by Caden Bazzoli, planted by Kane Egerton.
Egerton's had some splash plays tonight. That pass he caught earlier, a big hit here. Thomas Jefferson starting to heat up. Their stars are taking over. Now another must go for it, or must punt situation.
Punt unit is out. Palm, fair catch called at the 23. Thomas Jefferson leads by 20, gets the ball back. 18 seconds to go here in the third.
27-yard punt.
Fans, when you need to rent equipment, you can count on the experts at Herc Rentals to deliver the right equipment for the job. From generators to AC units to boom lifts and pickups, go to HercRentals.com to find a branch near you. Thanks to Herc Rentals for providing our scissor lift there.
Yep. You ever been on one of those?
I called a couple games on them back in the semi-pro football days.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of heights. I don't think I like that.
Next week, maybe we could call the game from there. Eber pushes forward for 2, and that should be the final play of the third. With Thomas Jefferson looking like they're 12 minutes away from a 7-0 start to 2024. Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week presented by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group. Fourth quarter action on the back half of this break.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group, features the Fort Cherry Rangers taking on the Bishop Cannon Crusaders. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Here we go.
You know what's brilliant? Boring. Think about it. Boring is the unsung catalyst for bold.
What straps gold to a rocket and hurtles it into space? Boring does.
Boring makes vacations happen.
Early retirement's possible. And startups start up because it's smart, dependable, and steady. All words you want from your bank.
For nearly 160 years, PNC Bank has been brilliantly boring so you can be happily fulfilled. Which is pretty unboring if you think about it.
As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you can have a clear shot, then bam, it's Cam. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. You can get a policy with GBU Life that is affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their guaranteed purchase option rider. Get started protecting the life you are building today at gbu.org.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine, and Ryan's, and our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work, to bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Shell USA, by Potomac Furniture Company, by Allegheny College. What are you capable of? Thomas Jefferson Marching Band, one of the best in the WPIAL. Dude, does a great job putting on the halftime show, entertaining the fans here at TJ tonight on homecoming night. Fourth quarter action. Throwing it out. Oh, that one ricochets off some pads, and they call it incomplete. Say it's forward. Intended for White. Hauled in a touchdown pass last quarter.
The screen pass was a little bit behind him. You'd love to see that being on the upfield shoulder so he can use his momentum into some yak yardage there. I like the play design, though. Braden White coming in motion, keeping that speed and just going straight into the bubble screen. You don't see that too often.
Another score update for you. Montour leading Newcastle 45-0 now. Just the start of the fourth quarter. I think the Spartans are pretty for real in 4A. Saw them first week of the season. There's a carry for a first down for Tyler Eber.
Another long third down conversion that Trinity allows. That's been the overarching theme of the game so far, that and turnovers.
Yeah, it really hasn't mattered how long in distance. TJ's found a way to get the fresh set, move the sticks.
They need 8, they get 9. They need 7, they get 8. And now this is where TJ flexes their muscles in these type of games.
Yes.
You're up 20 points. You can run the football at ease and just milk the clock.
Pitch left side. Eber one more time.
I want to show you what's really interesting there on that play and what makes Thomas Jefferson so special. Go from the other angle, if you will. Look at Braden White here. Comes in motion. Play it. He is the edge blocker here. He's not afraid to get his nose dirty, and they run right behind him on the edge there. He's your star player on the outside, a skill player, and Bill Chirpak is using him to be the key block on a run play. That is impressive as a wide receiver.
I just didn't know you had all that control.
Yeah.
You're asking for other angles, and Johnny wishes, Johnny is granted.
Well, I'm trying to teach people something, show them something. Got to give the guys some love.
Absolutely. The man's not just catching touchdown passes. He's getting his nose dirty, as you said.
Yep.
3rd down and 6. Now it's 3rd down and 2 after that pickup.
And it wasn't a pancake block, but that's not what you need. You just need to get your head on the outside shoulder, keep the defender inside of you, and let your running back run right outside of you.
Also, Braden White, just to give fans an idea, things that we missed throughout a game, White went and got the play and brought it into Costco for this carry on 3rd and 2, and it's right at the sticks.
Does he have a membership to bring it into Costco?
Who's your ghostwriter? Did you steal my pen and paper or something? See Johnny at the Improv next weekend.
I've always wanted to go to one of those.
Never been.
No.
Oh, wow.
I don't get out much.
1st and 10 from the 44. Eber picks up a chunk. Picks up 2. And this is exactly what head coach Bill Chirpak wanted out of this second half.
Yeah, that's exactly. Sure, he'd like to see a little bit more scoring, but their defense has played solid, has done exactly what he expects them to do, and that's the TJ standard. I'm sure Trinity, wishes they could have a few plays back, and I think those 2 fumbles, you take those away, it changes the whole outlook of the game.
35th carry for Tyler Eber tonight.
Tyler Eber, the ball carrier. Loss of 2 on the play.
137 yards rushing. There you see Bill Chirpak in the midst of the players getting the play here. Mentioned 316 wins. That's 3rd all-time in the WPIAL, just behind Jim Render and Joe Hamilton. So most wins of any active coach in the WPIAL. He passed his high school coach, George Novak, when Bill Chirpak played at Steel Valley for George Novak. Won a WPIAL championship. He's won 8 conference coaches of the year.
Thomas Jefferson.
Bill heard this and he wanted to hear it. AP Pennsylvania AAA Coach of the Year and ESPN Rise Eastern Division Coach of the Year. Nice resume. We are here at Thomas Jefferson, but at Trinity, their athletic complex that they opened last September is pretty impressive. JP, take a look at this. 26,000 square feet. Athletic Director Richie Rich and the Trinity School District taking athletics to the next level with all of the amenities that every athlete, not just talking about football, but every athlete would yearn for at the college level, let alone the high school level.
Wow. That is very impressive. Yeah, that looks like a lot of college facilities that I went on visits to. Wow.
Opened September of last year, and definitely keeping Trinity Athletics.
Who paid for all that?
Someone's probably in the
I know
Trinity
we're all thinking
school.
the same thing. So I'm
Someone's probably asking that. That one I don't have for you, JP.
Wow.
You stumped me. Costco to throw, and look at the back shoulder throw to White. Little stop and go move. And still fighting for extra yardage, and he still shrugs him off. Braden White.
Hop, skip, and a jump there. He did it all after he makes the catch here. Classic comeback route, 15 yards, right on the sideline. Costco puts it in a perfect position. Whoop. Then you get a bop-bop.
I knew that was coming next.
And then you get a get off me.
Injury down, we'll step aside.
For injury.
Here, 27-7, TJ leads Trinity here on KDK Plus.
Think you've tried everything at Panera? Think again. Introducing more new sandwiches and salads with our new flavor-packed toasted Italiano and the mouth-watering Mediterranean chicken greens with grains. More in every bite, just like the new ciabatta cheesesteak with melty provolone and garlic aioli. And more new options under $10, including our new creamy bacon mac and cheese. Come taste the new era at Panera.
To UPMC Sports Medicine, a huge center of excellence built by Freddie Fu.
A fantastic, world-renowned place where we see athletes, we see patients of all walks of life, world-renowned surgeons.
Primary care sports medicine physicians.
Board-certified physical therapists. A comprehensive multidisciplinary assessment to evaluate for concussion.
Nutrition.
Athletic training.
Sports performance.
Everything is right here that you need. So we deliver that right to you.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group, features the Fort Cherry Rangers taking on the Bishop Cannon Crusaders. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Here we go.
College isn't for everyone. But from pay to training to retirement, Pennsylvania Laborers Union members live better. PA Laborers Union offers a great wage potential of $42 per hour and terrific health benefits. Imagine having zero student loans while receiving state-of-the-art construction training. Join the team and get mentorship and guidance from experienced members. Go now to laborparecruit.com for more information.
Hi, this is Mark Baer from Bud Bear Mazda. It's time to move and be moved. We have 0% financing on almost all 2024 new Mazdas in stock. We have a great selection. Come on up and drive one home today.
Saturday, October 12th, tune in to KDKA Plus for PAC D3 college football as two of the best face off in a homecoming sellout. The Carnegie Mellon Tardans face the Grove City Wolverines next Saturday at 2 p.m. only on KDKA Plus.
7:12 to play here in the fourth. 27-7. Thomas Jefferson leads Trinity with Johnny Patrician and Susie Cool. I'm Matt Fargo. Our entire JRM production crew. We haven't looked into the van yet tonight. Maybe we'll do that here. Can we look in? See if, oh, there we go.
Can we get some waves? Turn
there
around.
We go.
I know you guys don't like the FaceTime. Hey, there's some faces.
No lights on in there. Thanks to JRM and the entire crew for bringing you high school football all season long here. The Emmy award-winning production. Hey, Susie wants to get in on the fun. Susie, what do you have?
Thanks, Matt. Sophomore running back for Trinity, Daniel Glass, just got taken out right before that break. He's actually going through concussion protocol right now on the Hillers sideline. It's unknown if he will be back at any time during this game. Matt?
Thanks, Susie. Not something you want to see, especially we've called the young man's name a bunch tonight. Daniel Glass had really stepped up in a big way for the Hillers as just a sophomore. As another carry for Tyler Eber.
Yeah, he's going to be worn down after tonight. That is a bell cow back. A lot of responsibility on his shoulders, knowing that he's going into every Friday night expecting the ball 30-plus times. But that's just how, some old-school high school football programs do it.
Prior to the snap, start, offense number 77. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Moves TJ back. Peters has taken a 21-14 lead over Moon in the fourth.
I think TJ got the ball on this drive with 11 minutes left, 8 minutes. It was not either 9 or 10 minutes left. But either way, they're milking the clock for this final quarter here.
Yeah, time of possession had been pretty even at the break, but TJ has controlled possession and the clock.
Timeout, Trinity.
TJ wants Trinity takes a timeout. Next week, we go down to Single A for a big-time showdown. It is going to be the Fort Cherry Rangers taking on the Bishop Canevin Crusaders. Rangers Crusaders next Friday night from Dormont Stadium at Keystone Oaks. Looking forward to it.
Can't wait.
And make sure for the latest in high school football across Western Pennsylvania, you go to Post-Gazette.com. The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, an official partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. TJ marching band into it. They're one of the bands over the years, JP, that I've noticed. Some marching bands, they play the first half, they'll play halftime, then they kind of take the second half, kind of relax, go see the other band, hang out. TJ's playing all game.
Is that right?
They are locked in.
When I was in high school, I'll wait till Marty talks first.
Respectful. He appreciates it.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 5. That penalty assessed 5 yards, still third down.
When I was at high school at Central, on our football team, we had a guy who was also in the band. So at halftime, he would not go into the locker room with us. He would take his shoulder pads off and go with the marching band, which was so cool. And it was just him, watching him balance both was impressive.
So I have a question about this that I've always wondered, and Costco's going to throw here and has a receiver down there, adjusts but can't haul it in. Again, it's White, incomplete.
Shout out Zach Blank, by the way. I didn't say his name.
Seth Stewart was in coverage there for Trinity. My question is, who was the player or coach in charge with relaying the information that was gone over in the locker room? I always wondered that.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, there's not as much goes on at halftime that people think.
Yeah.
Like, people always talk about halftime adjustments. There's really not much of that in any level. I mean, in college, yeah, you on the whiteboard and the coordinators.
But it's like a play or two.
Yeah.
Like you're not changing
your scheme. Yeah. It's to get some rest, go to the bathroom, and get some food. That's it.
JP simplifying halftime for us all.
People are always like, they got to go in halftime and change some things. Like, they're not changing anything.
So with the change of possession, Trinity back with the football, 5:24 to play, and this is opportunity here to get some rhythm going into next week. Williamson to throw, and he'll throw on the money.
Yeah, you're right,
21-yard line. Sorry, JP. Kostelnik made the catch there.
My fault there. Yeah, you're right. You want to finish this game on a strong note. Although it's almost impossible to come back in this game on the scoreboard, you can get a moral victory heading into next week. Finish the game strong, knowing that you fought for your teammates and that you guys didn't give up on each other.
There's Williamson scrambling, and Williamson going to take off with it. Stiff arm. Big gainer for the quarterback of the Hillers.
He is a long strider. Doesn't look like he's moving, but he's running past everybody. Stiff arm there.
34-yard rush. 1st and 10, Hillers.
Is that a natural thing that someone just takes to, or is that something that is taught?
It just happens. I think it's based on your leg length, your gait, something that just the way you've walked or ran from the time you were born. People said the perfect example I think of was Terrell Pryor.
Yeah.
I remember it just looked like he was gliding,
Yes.
running in slow motion, but running past everybody. His strides were like 5 yards each.
I think TP were 2 in high school.
Yeah,
he did in
yes, he did.
college, yeah.
He's my Whippeal goat.
I don't think there's any question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any question. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of names that you could throw in the hat, but I think I'm with you.
If you're talking strictly success at the high school level,
yeah,
I mean, you can
And
debate other
changing
people
teams.
for NFL career.
Sure.
But in terms of just high school success, he's the GOAT to me.
And I was mesmerized by even his basketball ability.
Yep.
It just little fake toss. Then they're going to go over the top, and just misses Caden Vogel.
I love that play call. I wish we would have seen that 2 quarters ago. But the fake toss draws everybody in, draws the linebackers downhill. Right there, you're going to see it on your screen. And the intended receiver just sneaks behind everybody. And as Caden Vogel just slips behind the cracks there, but doesn't count. It's a game of inches.
Now it's 4th and 2 from the 37. Motion. Kostelnik, Williamson to run, and he'll pick up the first. And that was the most important part of keeping this drive alive.
Oh, he's limping.
Yep. And now he goes down.
Injury timeout.
As the athletic trainers tend to Williamson, we'll step aside and have this word from Steelers Shop.
Want to get gear direct from the team? Shop all things black and gold at the official Steelers Pro Shop located at Acrisure Stadium. Get the latest sideline apparel and hats, jerseys of your favorite players, authentic memorabilia, custom gear, and exclusives you can only find here. Don't forget, you aren't game day ready without a terrible towel. The Steelers Pro Shop has everything you need to be part of the legendary Steelers Nation. Come experience the Acrisure Stadium shopping environment or shop online at shop.steelers.com.
Take a look at scores from around the WPIL. An update on that Peters Township score. Peters now leads Moot 21-14. Upper St. Clair has taken the lead over South Bend, who was undefeated. That was a battle of undefeateds tonight. Penn Trafford up on top of Gateway 25-7. Fort Cherry looks like they'll be undefeated for our game next week. They lead Cornell 35-6. North Catholic trails Central Valley 40-24. And Montour cruising over Newcastle 45-0. Shovel pass on first down. as Mekhi Bauman back into the game now for the injured Jonah Williamson. And he is being tended to right now on the near sideline. Of course, TJ with the one-sided stadium chooses to hang out on the side with no fans. Make the visitors have to deal with the noise.
Oh, you're right.
Williamson just...
That's unique. I didn't notice that until now.
Williamson just gave somebody in the stands who had come down, I'd imagine a parent, a thumbs up and waved them back. So that alone looked promising.
Well, you said that Bauman's audition was over earlier when he came in for the helmet.
Take two.
Yeah.
Bauman, 5'10",
illegal
junior.
Formation against the offense. That penalty is going to be declined.
.310 to play, 27-7 TJ. Jags led 20-7 at the break. I've put one more into the end zone. Right side as Morrow carries. Picks up some of that lost penalty yardage and gets to the 32-yard line. Fourth down, 9.
Fourth down and 9 here. This is a pride play for Trinity. Williamson's back in.
He is. That's what he meant by I'll be fine.
Wow.
And he steps up and he's going to go right back down.
Williamson is sacked.
Sacked on the play. Deacon Camberis and the Thomas Jefferson D has them leading 27-7. We'll be back. Fourth quarter action on KDK+.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
It's more than a piano. It's music lessons, birthday parties, and countless family memories. Now safely tucked away, awaiting Nana's new home. It's more than a piano, and we're more than a truck.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group, features the Fort Cherry Rangers taking on the Bishop Canevin Crusaders. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Here we go.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
Saturday, October 12th, tune in to KDKA Plus for PAC D3 college football as 2 of the best face off in a homecoming sellout. The Carnegie Mellon Tardans face the Grove City Wolverines next Saturday at 2 p.m. only on KDKA Plus.
Just shy of the 2-minute warning here at Thomas Jefferson, 27-7. Jags looking to go 7-0 on the 2024 campaign, and look like they're in victory formation here to wind out the rest of this clock. A respectful way to end this one, especially after Trinity's win a year ago. Mentioned in the 10 times since 2015 these two teams have met, TJ's won 9 of the 10, with the exception being last year, and TJ about to notch another one in that column.
Matt, I'm not trying to stump you here. What, just spitballing, what other coaches in Whippeal history are in that top 10?
Well, you have Render at Hamilton. You have Novak.
You think Art Walker's up there?
I would imagine. I would also imagine, it just from years or weeks that I've done research on it, that there's a couple that are no longer coaching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
I would like to think Mike Smianik's probably nearing the top, if not in the top 10 right there. Former Aliquippa coach.
Yep.
All the success that he had. I mean, Bob Palco.
Yeah, I think so.
Bob Palco and Coach Bill Chirpak are tied for the most Whippeal championships with 9. Chirp could get 10 in 2024. I think there's a real possibility, and maybe we could rewind the tape if I'm wrong about it, but I think this could be a Thomas Jefferson Montour 4A championship at Norwin High School. From what I've seen, anyway. Obviously, there's some teams in the mix that could prove them wrong. The Aliquippa Quips might have something to say about that. You know, I'm going against history. They've been in the last 16 championships.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But Thomas Jefferson gets what they needed to do tonight done, and that's a win. 27-7. They take down Trinity in our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. Jags to 7-0. Hillers to 2-5.
You know, it wasn't pretty, it wasn't sexy like we said earlier, but TJ always finds a way to get it done in the box score, and this is just another classic smash mouth football by Thomas Jefferson, a showcase they put on tonight. Trinity has some athletes, but they weren't able to do enough to overcome the early turnovers and missed opportunities. I think we were looking forward to seeing the quarterback. He showed flashes of consistency throwing the ball down the field. His athleticism was impressive, but it wasn't enough to overcome the totality of the team of Thomas Jefferson.
And we're going to go down to Susie Cool with the Macero Construction Player of the Game. Susie.
Thanks, Matt and Tyler. 6 touchdowns over the last 2 games, 3 here tonight, over 30 carries tonight as well. Where are you finding your groove offensively?
Just hitting the hole hard and running behind my great offensive line, my great fullback. That's what we do.
TJ now a perfect 7-0 to start off the 2024 season. Where do you see this team grow each and every week?
We get better every single week. Our line gets better. Our defense gets better. We just make more stops. We just make more plays. Just every week it's better.
All right. Sophomore running back from TJ, Tyler Eber, our Macero Construction Player of the Game. Congratulations, Tyler. Matt?
That game ball is going to be on a shelf somewhere, I'd imagine. As let's take a look at the road for both of these teams. And we'll start with Trinity. It gets easier. That's the good news. They go to Chartiers Valley, then Laurel Highlands, finish out the season against Bell Vernon. So, Trinity's turnaround, there's a lot to take away from tonight's game if they can win the next 3 games and maybe find their way sneaking into the wild card, depending on how everything else shakes out in 4A. For Thomas Jefferson, I think this is a road to a perfect regular season at Ringgold, who hasn't won a game coming into tonight. Then they're at home to Chartiers Valley and at Laurel Highlands. If I was a betting man, I would take that the Jaguars finish this season undefeated. Certainly the man talking right now wants to take it game by game, but we're the media. We could do that. But I think TJ is going to make a very strong case, keeping in mind that Aliquippa already has a loss. If Montour could beat Aliquippa, they would probably be the one. If Aliquippa beats Montour, does TJ get the one or does Aliquippa get the one? That would be the question in my mind in 4A.
That's a very good question, Matt. But I'm glad we don't make that decision.
Right.
And we'll just be able to watch it and see how it unfolds. But, you know, all in all, great performance tonight by TJ, and that's what they do every week. That's the standard is the standard, and that is what they do week in and week out, and that's why Bill Chirpak has the program that he does.
Thomas Jefferson takes down Trinity. And now we have officially reached the stretch run. Final 3 games of the regular season start next week. The Jags get it done over the Hillers here tonight. And a big-time win there for the Jaguars. Thanks for watching this presentation of the Steelers High School Showcase here at KDKA Plus. Thanks to our producer, Jake Mislivchik, director Ryan Milan, and our entire JRM production crew. For Johnny Patrician and Susie Cole, I'm Matt Fargo saying thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you next week for Fort Cherry and Bishop Canevin. The KDKA 10 o'clock news is next. Good night, Steelers Nation.